Hello, everybody. I'm having a problem, F06 error, and it happens when you load the machine and when it comes to the spinning high speed. So that tells you that something is wrong with the RPMs over here, because the error says that the motor control unit is not detecting the speed here. So I googled it, and first thing I did was to check that the filter wasn't clogged, and if it's clogged, of course it's gonna stop the cycling around, but it wasn't that bad. So second thing is I checked this little rubber hose that measures the pressure of the air when it gets filled out of water. It measures here. The way you check is you blow, and if you hear a couple of clicks, it's fine. If you don't, that means that there's a little hole in here, but it was fine. So then some people say you unplug the machine and plug it back later, half an hour. I did that, same error. So that tells me that I'm going to have to change something, like maybe motor control unit, or could be the engine. But I thought, motor control unit, why would it go wrong? I mean, there's no moving parts in there. It's kind of weird. The motor, I figure maybe what happened is the brushes, there are carbon brushes inside here, and they're pushed by springs. At one point, we're going to run out of brushes, and we're going to have to change the brushes. So took it out. Turns out I can't do that because it's all a unit. You can't change the brushes. This is a motor made in Slovakia. It looks pretty good. So then I thought to myself, well, in cars, there's something called a timing belt, which if it is a rubber timing belt, you'll have to change it. If it is a car with the metal timing belt, then you don't have to worry about that. But this one is obviously going to expand. So, and this is what happened to me. This is a 10 years old washing machine. And if you look closely here, this markings over here, they are made by the belt, which kind of rub against this, and it a little bit dissolves and pulverized. And why did it happen? Well, if the belt is loose, of course, I'm not going to touch here anymore, and that's when it starts rubbing in, and this kind of, I think, is a bad design, because this all relies on the friction between this and this. There's no other way. So turns out that this was a little bit loose, and it was not enough tension. So the solution for that is you have to increase the tension. How do you do that? Well, the motor has only one bolt right here. So all you do is you loosen this bolt, and this is gonna pivot here. It's gonna pivot down when you loosen the bolt, and that's gonna increase the tension over here. So I had it in the original position, the closest one. So after you loosen the bolt, Let me see if I can show you. Here. Okay, I see that. You loosen the bolt, and then you stick a screwdriver here, and then you can separate it this way. It's going to pivot out the whole thing, and then before you release it, you tighten the bolt again. Then you can release it like that. So then now the tension is good, and so what's going to happen is the same, because this is a variable RPMs. When it's going in the washing cycle, it goes slow. When it goes in the spin cycle, it goes fast. So the motor control unit is in charge of measuring what the result of that is here. And if the belt was loose, it was telling us that it wasn't spinning fast enough. So once you increase the tension, they lubricate that, and you see how nice it goes around, and it works pretty good. So I didn't have to spend any money on the motor or the motor control units or nothing else. Now, I should have changed maybe the belt, but I'll do that next time, maybe 10 more years, who knows. Okay, nice talking to you, bye.